Hi, what's up? Oh my god. Well, first and foremost, it's been a hot minute since I have done one of these. Oh, I thought I had something in my pocket. Oh, here it is. Sorry. Um, it has been a hot minute since I've done one of these, so here we are. Um, I don't even remember the last thing that I did, like the last confessional that I made, but I think it had something to do with I think it was like a short clip that I made, and it had something to do with voting out Taylor. So let's kind of rehash that round. Um, so obviously, the whole Dusty round and needing that him to use that idol or to not use it and just take him out because he was in the end and all a big threat. Um, and then Malkin threw a vote on Philip, which I thought was interesting. I figured it was jury management. Why he didn't vote for Dusty. I mean, obviously they were working together. Um, and then the whole night moose challenge, the whole giraffes vote. I really wish it was. I really wish I would have done something else at that point. I think that's the only thing that I regret this season was not letting Malkin lose that challenge. I should have forced him to lose because, at the end of the day, I was going to turn on him eventually anyway. So I should have just done that. I was a little bit nervous that it was too early to turn on him because the reason why I let him win that immunity, or not let him win the immunity, but let him win over giraffes, was because I thought that if I kept Philip and giraffes, who AKA were obviously really close together, I was nervous that them two were going to keep each other safe for a while, and I thought anybody was going to keep Giraffe safe if she didn't leave that round. I felt like Giraffe was someone that everybody would have not looked at. Like everyone would have looked at me before they look at Giraffes. So I knew eventually Giraffes needed to go. Was it too early? Was it too late? We'll see. I think it was too early to make that move on Giraffes. I think I could have made that either the round after, or I could have done that now. Because obviously Malkin is still in the game. I should have taken him out that round. I guess I just assumed that I was going to take him out this round, but he won immunity the Taylor round, and then he won immunity again this round, so that's just great. I love him so much, and I think I've played a huge part in his game and why he's here and why he's made it as far as he has, because I'm someone who told him about different plans that were happening. I filled him in a lot of who was voting where, who was lying to him, people that were trying to include me in different plans to go against him. But since I am loyal and he was an ally who I knew would not vote for me over other people who I thought were wild cards and not really sure where their allegiances lied, that's why I kept him in. Eventually, I was going to cut the ties and take him out, but right now I can't tell if it's too late. And if I should have just made the move sooner, I thought it was too soon, but maybe I should have just done it. Maybe it was the perfect timing. I could have taken him out, and then I could have worked with Taylor, and then probably would have had a better shot at beating Taylor than Malkin. I think that was what I kind of underestimated. I kind of prioritized my relationship with Malkin over Taylor, which I probably shouldn't have. But at the same time, I felt like Taylor and Philip had somewhat of a good connection until obviously Philip was trying to get Taylor out. But the reason why I voted Taylor out the round that Taylor left is because I felt like, I had my three-person alliance of Philip, Andrew, and myself that got made after the whole giraffes round. And I knew that I needed to put myself in a good spot where no matter what happened, who won immunity, worst case scenario, best case scenario, whatever, I would be safe. And that's exactly what happened. But, you know, Malkin ended up winning immunity, and I knew in my eyes that one of Malkin or Taylor needed to go, because I wasn't willing to risk both of them going into a Final Five, Final Four. Like, they probably have stronger relationships. They'll probably make better cases than me. And then they would probably secure the challenge win into the Final Three, into the Final Two. I do believe Taylor when she said she would have worked with me, but then also she told Andrew, from recording what Andrew told me, was that she also told Andrew that she was going to take him to the end and this and that. And, on her way out, she said that she was truthful to Andrew. So who knows? Maybe she would have never picked me. Maybe she wanted me around, but then was going to take Andrew and thought that she could beat Andrew over me. Like, it was probably the same strategy that I had at the end of the day, because I would have done the same thing. Because, my perfect reality would have probably been me, Andrew, and Philip, or me, Andrew, and Giraffes, some kind of mix like that. But I knew that if one of Malkin or Taylor won immunity, I had to take a shot at the other one. And that's just kind of how the cards fell and what happened. And there was just no way, the overall picture. I was thinking about everything. I was thinking not just about how to get to the next round, because I knew I would get to the next round. I knew I had those relationships enough, and I knew that I was such in a good spot, and I was the safest person for a long time of this game. Nobody really looked to target me, besides the whole Corey and Giraffes round. And honestly, I don't even think they wanted me out. I think they just wanted to take a Skarn out. So, I haven't really been targeted that much this game. And I think that that speaks volumes to the type of game I played. But yeah, that's why I had to do that. I hated doing that. But at the end of the day, I didn't really regret it, because it's what I had to do. And who knows if, what would be happening right now if Taylor was still in the game, if Malkin won immunity, if Taylor was still in the game, and Andrew was gone. That would have been nuts. But, right now, I still want Andrew to be at the end with me. I think I probably have the best case against him than I do Philip or Malkin. Philip and Malkin, I feel like I said, the jury will probably look at his game as my game, but at the same time, I played a huge part in Malkin's game. I truly believe that. I know it's true, because I could have taken him out multiple times. I saved him, and, he wouldn't have done that without me. So if me and him do end up at the end, that is something I'm thinking about, as why I should beat Malkin, because at the end of the day, challenges aren't everything. I think that, yes, he was targeted a lot. Yes, he was a big shield. Yes, he was in front of me in different aspects of this game. But I think I think I did have more connections than him, because I was in the know about every single vote, what was happening. There were times where he wasn't really filled in on plans, especially when there was all these people voting for him. And I told him that it was happening. He misplayed an idol, which I helped him find the idol. Me, him, and Taylor all found it together, so that's not something he can really take credit for. He also told us all of Andrew's answers, so I knew what Andrew was doing. But yeah, I don't know. I think that right now, we're in a shitty spot, because Final Four was an Uno game, which was crazy to me. I feel like it should have been something else. It should have been something game related, maybe, or a different type of challenge, but whatever. So I tried to tell Andrew and Philip, hey, just let me win this round. I would have let one of them win if it meant that Malkin wouldn't, because I won the first round. I think it was Philip that won the second round, I think. I know Malkin, no, I think Malkin must have won the second round. Philip won the third round, and then Malkin won again. So it was just one of those things where we didn't have to be selfish. We didn't have to play selfish. We could have literally just fucking let one of us win. Any other person would have been nice. And then we all probably would have taken Malkin out. But yeah, it's a tricky spot, because I feel like everybody's going to see Malkin's game as, he's won 6 individual immunities, yada, yada, yada. But it's okay, you've been safe a lot this game. You've been safe because of our OG tribe. You've been safe because of me, and then you've been safe because of individual immunities. Um, and that's literally the only reason why he's been safe. I feel like a lot of times, if he wasn't safe, he didn't really have those connections that I did. I think I would have been able to sway people to keep him or to sway people to vote him out. So yeah, eventually, in my eyes, his game is literally just challenges. But whatever. Um, I just think he has people that would vote for him in the jury, unfortunately, over me. But I don't know. Enough of me rambling. More of the story is this has been a crazy game. I have been the sole person who has basically decided what happens next because my vote is the one that really matters. It's the one that either I vote with this person and we take these people out. If I wanted to vote for Andrew tonight, me and Philip could literally do that and then it would be a 2-2 tie. But I, on the other hand, don't even want that to happen. I could force rocks, I could do this and that, but what's the point of that, you know? Malkin has immunity, so it's like, what's the point? I mean, I don't know if there's a way that we could, I don't know, force somebody to go against Malkin in a challenge and then Malkin loses. That would be nuts. But I don't know if that's how it works. I don't think that's how it works. It's been a while since I played a Survivor game, but I don't think that's how it works. I think because Malkin has immunity, that there's no way to kind of undo that. I don't think there's a way to put him into fire. I don't even think he would ever do that, anyways. But it's one of those things where Philip has this insane underdog story. Like he lost a lot of Torva, or not Torva, Oliveira. He lost a lot of Oliveira. Like early on, he lost. He voted out. He had to vote multiple people out. Debbie, William, Cake left. I think it was Cake on there. I don't remember, but my mind is all over the place right now. He lost so many people, and he had Tyler who sent him an idol. He lost Corey and Allie in the same night. He worked on his relationships. He had me. He saved me that round, and that's kind of what built an ally within me to work with him in the future. He had a close relationship with Giraffes. He's not afraid to speak his mind, speak his truth, and he's one of those players that what you get when you're with him. But yeah, it's one of those things where I think Philip probably has a better shot to beat me than Andrew does. So right now, I gotta deal with the backlash of telling Philip that I'm voting him out. I've been in a weird spot this whole game. I feel like a lot of this whole game, especially Merge, has been me in all these different chats and relationships with everybody. Like, I think I've had a chat with almost everyone. Pretty much everyone in Merge. I had chats with Michael, Malkin, Giraffes, Jake, Jash, Tyler. Tyler, I don't think I had a chat with because our first call was the round that was the round before he left. So we weren't really in the game together that long. I think that's the one person I didn't have a chat with. And then I had a chat with Scott. Yeah, I don't know. I've had a chat with everybody. I've been in a weird spot where I've worked with everybody in one way or another, and I have all these people that are telling me, I will take you to the end. I'm not voting you out here. We should do this. Like nobody's been after me, but it's kind of one of the things where I have to decide what does the jury perceive? What do I perceive? Is it the same thing? Is it the complete opposite? How are other people's relationships? What is the best move for me? Because ultimately, I'm the one who's deciding who stays, who goes, what happens next. Like, I've been in a tricky spot all game because I've been in that situation. Because, like, even tonight, I decide, oh, Philip goes? Or do I try to vote for Andrew? Which, honestly, that makes no sense for my game right now. Me and Andrew have been working on a Google Sheet today, trying to look as much as we can at the Google Sheet to kind of study the challenges, like the challenge names, everyone's scores, who won, tribe immunities, the days of when people got voted out, what the vote score, like the tallies of the votes were, just all this different stuff. The tethers, everyone's tethers, which I knew that for a while. Me and Dusty were the last pair to be tethered, and I don't think people were ever really threatened by that at all. The fact that we never had to even use it or consider using it, we basically saved it for as long as we could. Yeah, I mean, I could have definitely kept it longer and kept Dusty in the game. We both could have been safe, but at the same time, I knew that I was always going to be safe. I didn't have to worry about that. That was never a concern for me. I feel like I was the safest person this entire game, which is like, why am I still here? Why did you guys let me still here? Like, it's crazy. And like, something that I feel like I cannot express enough, that I have mentioned so many times this season, is that I'm always in that spot where there's people I like personally, but I don't beat them. I am always loyal to people, and people see their game more than they see mine. And a lot of the time, I take the shot too late, or I'm put in a weird spot. And it's just like, it just never works out, you know? Like, and then when I get to the end, it's like the person that's next to me played the better game, or has more people in the jury that will root for them. Just like, and I'm not great at kind of articulating my game in a speech. I'm not someone who, does that for a living. It's not the best thing that I can do, but I am the person that I can confidently say that has the least amount of votes on them left in the game. I think out of the entire cast, I've only had 2 votes to my name this entire season. I haven't had any votes cast against me this entire merge. I think that's very impressive. I'm not sure if Philip is going to throw a vote on me tonight after I tell him that I'm voting for him. But either way, it's been fun. I've done what I can. It really sucks if I do get close to the win and I don't win, because it happens to me all the time. Like, all the time, and I've been waiting for my prime, and I've been waiting for the chance to finally win a game. And not gonna lie, I think Malkin might be the reason I don't win. And that is gonna be a very hard pill to swallow, and that's gonna bother me for a very long time. I love him, but I think he might be the reason why I don't win this game. Especially if he wins the final 3 immunity, which I think he has a good chance to. Right now, it's 2v1. After Philip leaves tonight, it's going to be interesting. It's a live night, so me and Andrew really need to lock the fuck in. Just hope that Malkin crumbles under pressure, or he doesn't win somehow, or else I'm going to be very emotional. But yeah, I think either way I'm going to be emotional. But yeah, I really want this immunity really bad. So I'm going to end this. I'm going to study. I'm going to call with Andrew. We're going to quiz each other. We're going to talk. We're going to figure this out. Either way, I'm so fucking proud of my game. I think I played a really pretty good, impressive game. It just matters on who I'm at the end with. But yeah, we'll see if I do another confessional at some point. But bye, everyone.